Imagine a boy, barely a teenager, stepping off a plane from Australia onto the damp, unfamiliar soil of England. His dreams of speed and roaring engines packed tightly in his suitcase. Now picture a girl, sharp as a tack, her nose buried in books, quietly rewriting the record books of her prestigious school with a mind destined for greatness. This isn't just the origin story of a Formula One star, it's the starting grid of a romance that's been accelerating for over 6 years, defying the odds of distance, fame, and the relentless pace of motorsport. Meet Oscar Piastri, McLaren's golden boy, and Lily Zneimer, the woman who's been his quiet strength since their school desks sat side by side. Buckle up, dear reader, because this love story has a twist that'll leave you gasping. Stick with me to the end to uncover it. It was 2016 when Oscar Piastri, a lanky 14-year-old with a mop of brown hair and a singular focus, arrived at Haileybury, a boarding school in Hartford, England. He'd left Melbourne behind, trading sun-soaked beaches for grey skies and a shot at karting glory in Europe's racing heartland. The move was a gamble his family uprooted everything to fuel his ambition, but it came with a price: the aching isolation of a new country, a new school, a new life. Enter Lily Zneimer, a British girl with a sparkle in her eye and a brain that could outpace even the fastest car on the track. She wasn't loud or flashy. She was the kind who let her achievements, like reportedly scoring some of the best GCSE results Haileybury had ever seen, speak for her. Their paths crossed in those hallowed halls, where chalk dust and teenage dreams hung thick in the air. Picture them: Oscar, the quiet Aussie with a dry wit, sketching racing lines in his notebook. Lily, the studious one, her head tilted over equations that might one day build bridges or, perhaps, cars. They were young, barely old enough to know what love was, but something clicked. Maybe it was the way she laughed at his deadpan humor, or how he admired her effortless brilliance. By their second to last year of high school, as hormones raced and futures loomed, they were no longer just classmates, they were a couple. Theirs was a love born in stolen moments, late-night study sessions that turned into shy smiles, walks across the school grounds where hands brushed and then held, promises whispered under the weight of impending adulthood. Oscar's life was already a whirlwind: karting championships, then Formula Renault, Formula 3, Formula 2, each victory pulling him closer to the F1 dream. Lily, meanwhile, was carving her own path. Her engineering degree, a testament to a mind that thrived on precision and possibility. Yet, through it all, they held fast. 6 years later, they're still together, a love story unfolding in the shadows of grandstands and glory. Fast forward to 2022, and Oscar's star is rising. He's clinched the Formula 2 title, and the motorsport world is buzzing about the reserved 21-year-old with a killer instinct behind the wheel. Lily's there too, not in the headlines, but in the moments that matter. At the Autosport Awards that year, they step out together in a sleek dress, him in a suit that can't quite hide his boyish grin. She's not one for the cameras. Her Instagram's private, her life a closed book to the public. But when she's with him, there's a quiet pride in her eyes, a look that says she's seen every lap, every crash, every triumph. Their romance thrives on normalcy, a deliberate choice in a world of glitz and glamour. "We keep it private, but it's not a secret," Oscar said once on the F1 with DRS podcast, his voice steady but soft when he spoke of her. "It's nice having her at races. Sometimes she's been there from the start." And she has. In 2023, she's spotted at the Italian Grand Prix, her presence a subtle anchor as he navigates his rookie F1 season with McLaren. Later that year, they steal away to Australia's Sunshine Coast, a romantic getaway where the only engines are the waves crashing against the shore. Paparazzi catch them laughing, hand in hand. A rare glimpse of the couple who've mastered the art of staying grounded. By 2024, Oscar's a name on everyone's lips, a Grand Prix win under his belt, McLaren's papaya livery blazing across tracks worldwide. Lily's there again, this time at the Bahrain Grand Prix, cheering from the stands as he powers through the desert heat. She's an engineer now, her degree a bridge between their worlds. Rumors swirl that she might one day step into F1, hers imagine it. the girlfriend of a driver designing the very cars he races. But she keeps her cards close, her focus on supporting him while building her own quiet legacy. Their love is a study in contrasts. He's the public figure, the stoic racer with a dry quip for every press conference. She's the private one, the brain behind the beauty, content to let him shine. Yet together, they're a team. Friends say she's his rock, the one who keeps him sane when the F1 circus spins out of control. He's her adventure, the boy who dared her to dream beyond the classroom. They've weathered long-distance stretches, him jetting between circuits, her finishing her studies, proving their bond is tougher than carbon fiber. Picture a moment from late 2023. They're back in England, visiting Haileybury for a nostalgic walk down memory lane. The classrooms still echo with their past, where they first locked eyes, where he doodled her name in the margins of his physics notes, where she helped him ace a test he'd barely studied for. They laugh about it now, the innocence of it all, but there's a weight to their shared history. 6 years is a lifetime in your 20s, especially when one of you is hurtling toward fame at 200 miles an hour. So what's the secret? How do they make it work when the world wants a piece of him, and she'd rather stay out of the frame? It's trust. It's timing. It's the kind of love that doesn't need a spotlight to burn bright. She's normal, he said, and in that word lies everything: a life beyond the podiums, a refuge from the roar of the crowd. They're not the flashy F1 couple posting selfies from Monaco. They're the ones sharing a coffee on a quiet morning, planning a future that's theirs alone. But here's where the track takes a turn. Ready for the twist. You've followed their story, from schoolyard sweethearts to F1's understated power couple, and you're probably thinking this is a tale of enduring love against all odds. It is, but there's more. In early 2025, whispers start circulating among insiders, picked up by eagle-eyed fans on X and motorsport forums. Lily's been seen at McLaren's Woking headquarters, not just as a visitor, but with a badge. Not a guest pass, a staff badge. The rumors were true. She's not just an engineer in theory anymore. She's joined McLaren, working on the technical team, her brilliant mind now shaping the very machines Oscar drives. The twist isn't just that she's stepped into his world, it's that they've kept it under wraps, even from the press, for months. No big announcement, no fanfare, just the two of them, quietly rewriting the rules of their partnership. Imagine the scene. Oscar in the cockpit, pushing the car to its limits, knowing the woman who helped design its aerodynamics is waiting at the finish line. Lily in the garage, her calculations humming through the chassis, watching the boy she's loved since 17 chase his dreams with her fingerprints on every curve of the car. It's a love story that's outpaced every expectation. Two kids who met over textbooks, now teammates in life and on the track. The paddock's buzzing, fans are reeling, and yet they're still the same Oscar and Lily. Private, steady, unstoppable. 6 years and counting. Their romance isn't just surviving the F1 grind, it's rewriting it, one lap at a time. So next time you see Piastri tear up the circuit, look closer. Behind the helmet, beyond the speed, there's a girl who's been with him since the starting line, and now she's racing right alongside him.